me see. I came on too late yesterday, so they might have missed it. It's about to start getting dark. What is going on? All right. Well, how I kept everybody. Good early evening. I came on here too late yesterday, so I'm going to re-show this again. Oh, my little... Let me back up. So I'm about to say good evening. Maybe I spelled that right. Recap from yesterday's live. I came on too late. Live. Okay, text. All right, so I'm gonna see if some more people come in real quick. I'm going to set everything back up from yesterday. And I am going to talk about why I am on here again. Let's see. We'll bring up Canva. Because that's what I've used. I'm about to pick I'm gonna pick two different things today. I'm gonna show the sublimation stole, and I'm gonna just show a t-shirt. But I'm not gonna print out nothing. I'm not printing out anything. This is just to show you how to do the split method. I won't be doing any designing because I have a ton of videos to show you how to design. This is how you are able to use your small printer to print out for your large prints using sublimation, and you don't have to use like I use Silhouette Studio. I still use Silhouette Studio, but there is another method now that you can use. It's been out. Some of us is just late to the game about it, but I'm going to show you as well. And we are going to, if you have a small printer, a sublimation printer, you are going to be able to print out your large prints using Adobe Acrobat. It's free to download, and it automatically splits up your prints. It automatically splices it up for you, okay? So it will take a lot of pressure off of people who may be afraid of using the split tile method. I use all the softwares, Photoshop. I like Photoshop. I use Canva. I know how to use all of them, but I am a person, I like to work smart, not hard. And sometimes Photoshop could be a little bit too much. I personally tried splicing using Canva. I don't like it. Then I switched to Silhouette Studio, which is still my favorite all time to use. And then you can use the Adobe Acrobat option. So with that, basically what I'm going to show you is how you are able to take your designs, you take it to Adobe Acrobat. Hello. You take it to Adobe Acrobat, and it will automatically split it up for you. So if you have a 8x5 paper, if you have 8x5x11, if you have 11x17 paper, or if you have 13x19 paper, or if you use roll paper, you can do that with that as well. So I'm mainly talking to the people who have a small sublimation printer and they feeling overwhelmed, feeling confused or they feel like they just have to go out and buy a large format printer right away. You don't have to right away, but I am going to show you an easier method for you won't have the stress of wondering if you are splicing up your images right. Okay, so I'm just opening up my Canva um, real fast. So it's graduation season. So tonight I'm gonna use a graduation design because I sell graduation templates as well. They on my Etsy shop, and basically I'm just about to plug in some stuff right real quick. Okay. So let me show y'all my templates real quick, just in case if you guys want to buy them. They are on my Etsy shop, and I am having a little sale on there. So I am going to turn to them and I'm going to import my design, okay? So let me turn here real quick and let me show you what they look like. Let me put this down just a little bit. So I'm going to just give a quick example. I'm not going to do any printing only because I have a ton of videos of showing that. But this is how you are able to split up your images if you have a small Epson printer, okay? So these are on my Etsy shop right now, and I do have a sale on here. All of these are changeable. You can change out the colors of this here, you know, and you bring your own image in if you would like. So I am going to use, and so at the end, so like an example here, when you purchase the template, at the end of your designs or whatever, you will have this here, which is a drop and drag. And then this is for the center. Like if you want to do a center design, this is also, I can detach this and you can put it back in, okay? And I am just going to simply change the color of my background here to white because I already have my design. I'm ready, and I'm just going to do that. So first thing you want to do, you want whatever size t-shirt. Say like for an example, you're doing a t-shirt, right? Good afternoon, Miss Phyllis. Hello. So what you want to do, you will always want to make sure that you measure your shirts before starting everything. Your real actual shirt. That's how you set up your artboard. So this is just an example. Let me see if it's going to let me show y'all what my size is. Okay, so I got this as like a 33 inches in width and 27 inches in height. So that's just a made up thing, okay? So once you get your design, so let me put my little advertisement up here fast. How you doing, Miss Phyllis? I came on here late last night to show this, and everybody was probably asleep, or you know, I came on too late, but I was up and I didn't have nothing else to do. So let me see. Hi, Miss Phyllis. So I'm just getting a link to my Etsy shop if they want to go ahead and if anybody want to purchase the graduation designs. But I really want to do a tutorial on it's a method now that you can use. It's been out, right? It's been out. But I'm late to the game myself, okay? And so once I learned about this method, somebody else had told me about it, but I never paid it no attention. And then one day I just was like, let me go ahead and see what this is about. I think when someone was telling me about it, they was saying like they paid like $100. Now, don't quote me. I might be wrong a little bit, but they said it was in some type of program and they paid like $100 for this. But after doing some research, I ended up finding out that you can actually do this using the free version in Adobe Acrobat. So that's what I'm getting ready to show tonight, Miss Phyllis. Good afternoon. It's afternoon where you are. Where you at? And I said hi to you, Maylene. Did I pronounce your name right, Maylene? Okay. So that is my Etsy shop. If anyone interested in those templates. So let me get back on track here. And I'm just about to zoom out of here real fast. Now I did leave the live up from yesterday. All right, so okay, let's get back on track. Okay, so let me push this down just a little more. Take my glasses off and make sure y'all can see. So here is the templates again. If you decide to purchase them, you would get like 10 templates. You have the option of changing the color of this text here and down here, and you can also insert your pictures here, okay? So say like I did my designing, right? It's time for me to get my show on the road where I'm ready to print. So this is the drop and drag. After you complete your design, you're gonna save it, download it, and then you're gonna import it back inside of Canva, okay? So this is the drop and drag template. Let me zoom up just a little bit. And then I'm going to find a graduation design, and I'm just going to drop it in there. So that's basically how you use that. I'm just going to pick a color. I like, I like this purple. I don't know, I like purple for some reason. You know, I'm going to use this red one. So I'm going to draw my design in, boom, right? Got my design in, finished. It's all done, okay? So now this is how we are going to take this inside of Adobe Acrobat to get ready for our splicing, all right? So you're going to, after you got your template, and after you got your design inside of your template, you are going to download this if you are using the Adobe Acrobat way. So let me stress that out. Hey, Monique, you are going to save this as a PDF, okay? So before you save this as a PDF, I use PDF print, best for print. And then it's gonna give you like best for digital use, best for professional printing. So I'm gonna hit the CMYK best for print. Okay? And then this here is like, you want to flatten it. And so it says flattening your PDF converts content of this design into a single page, a single image per page. And it says it may increase your file, okay? So I'm just going to hit this, and then this is number 11 I'm using inside of Canva. Now you probably, why do you use Canva versus all the other ones? I'm gonna just simply tell you, I don't have time. And what I mean about I don't have time, I started out using Photoshop. Don't get me wrong. I ain't talking down on nobody's Photoshop. So don't kill me, y'all. But I just don't be having time for Photoshop sometimes. Sometimes I just want to get in, do what I want to do, and get out of there and go about, keep it moving. So I like to work smart, not hard. That's another reason why I like Canva. Canva has a ton of elements that you can use. I recommend using a pro version if you want the best quality for your designs. That's my honest opinion. So I made sure I check on number 11, and then I am going to hit done, and I'm going to hit download. And y'all going to see how easy this is. Like I said, I use Silhouette Studio, where you have to like make duplicate of the t-shirt. You don't have to do that with this. It will do it for you. It's going to do the work for you. All you have to do, set it up in Adobe Acrobat Reader, print, and you off to making money. So when I learn something, I bring it to my followers, okay? Because that's what we've been doing for years. If you watch my videos, I've done this a million times, a million different ways. But for my beginners, I think you're really going to like this, because this is for people who really have a small heat press. Or if you have a wide format like I do, I got a 16650, and then I have a 8550, but that's not converted. But I'm just, I was just giving an example. Miss Monique, Miss Phyllis, what y'all been up to? Okay, so now we got our PDF. So, oh, see what happened? Do you see what happened that fast? Adobe Acrobat Reader already imported my design into the software, all right? So next what you're going to do is you are going to come over here, but just in case if yours don't automatically populate like mine just did, you're going to come over here to menu, and then you're going to hit open, and then you can have the option of importing your design that way. But it automatically put my design inside of Adobe Reader, and then we're going to come over here to print. And this is free, okay? You can download this free version. Now this do have an option of getting like a pro, but I'm like I said, anything free is me. Anything free is me. So if I ain't got to pay for it, I'm gonna I'm gonna get on it, okay? So you're gonna hit print. Now this is how you about to set up to make it tile. So yesterday I was trying to figure out how to zoom this whole thing in, but I don't know if I have to zoom in using my camera. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm going to zoom in for y'all can see what I'm doing, okay? So up here, we're going to start with the first section. You are going to pick whatever printer that you're using. Like I use a 16650 Epson printer. So I'm going to hit that. And then you are going to, if you need so many copies of this, you will do it at your discretion. But then to get this to tile, right? To get this to automatically tile, you are going to hit poster. Okay? So as soon as you hit poster, look what happened. So I'm gonna try to zoom in some more, y'all, so y'all can see. It might not allow me to go that big. So as soon as I hit poster, it automatically tile. All right. So this says 12 pages. So this is for anybody that is using. She is going to love this shirt. Who, Monique? Who are you talking about? Oh. So this automatically populate for you, okay? So this is if you have a 8 by 5 by 11. As you can see, it's telling you right here how many pages will print out. No more hassle, no more worrying if your print is missplit. The work is already done, okay? But just in case if you need to set up your page size, you want to make sure that this tile scale says 100. Girl, that graduate is fake. That's a fake girl. That ain't real. I'll put that in there for advertisement. Nope, she's not even real. I just put that in there for, demonstration purposes. So you want to make sure that this says 100, right? And then you want to make sure this says portrait. Now, as you see over here, well, you can change your portrait landscaping, but over here is given an overlap option. You can take that out. You don't have to use that. That's just an option. Yes, girl, that's for advertisement. So I'm about to go to the page setup. And this right here tells you already what this preview is over here. So this is an 8 by 5 by 11, and it's on portrait, and then you will hit OK. Now, if you are curious to what your pages is going to look like as you print them, it's a magnifying glass right here, and we're going to go through each page. So as you can see, this page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, page 7, page 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so no more panicking. Oh, I don't have a wide format printer. I cannot make image. Yes, you can. If you have the time to, put your pieces together until you are able to get to where you need to be to buy you a wide format, this is the method that is optional for you. So like I said, I use Silhouette Studio. I love doing all over t-shirts. I can do these with my eyes closed. And anything that makes me work smarter, not harder, I'm going to try it. So like I said, you have this option. If you're a Photoshop person, if you want to use Photoshop, that's fine. If you like Canva splicing method, I tried the Canva splicing method and I was messing up so many times, so I just don't even use that option no more. And then the silhouette method, that's kind of easy too, but you have to make duplicate t-shirts to splice up your images. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. So some people might have a different way of splicing in Silhouette Studio, but for me, so with Silhouette Studio, so say like if we needed, so I'm gonna give you an example. So you see how this say 12 pages? I would have to duplicate 12 t-shirts. And so even though I use Silhouette Studio, I'm always looking for the next best option. I'm always looking for the next best option. So look at this. Look how time consuming it took. You ain't have that much time. All you did was just make your design, import it, and the work is done for you. No more headache, no more stressing about, oh, I wish I would have a big printer. You can do this using this method here. So we're just going to do a test real quick, not a test print, but we are going to do a page setup print, because I want to see what I want to see what the 11 by 17 paper look like. Because like I said, I use all the paper. So this is 11 by 17 inches, and I'm just going to hit OK. So see here, it's telling you how many pages that you're going to need, how many pieces of paper that you're going to need. So we're going to need 6 pieces of paper. And then some people prefer to print on landscape. Let's just see what it look like. Yes, Monique, yes, Monique, that is the whole goal. Like, we trying to work smart. And throughout the years, like if you go back and watch, if anybody go back and watch my videos, I use so many different methods, but I always try to find a method that is easy for someone, because you can do this at home. So like, you ain't gotta call what is the place, Walgreens and all that, and you ain't gotta order your prints. If you want to do this at home, you can. And guess what? Everything was free. The software, Adobe Acrobat Reader, you did this using the free version. Then you got Canva. Canva is price friendly. And now all you got to do, you can do this in no time. Say like if you need multiple copies of t-shirts, that's another thing that will help you out too now. Say like if you got like, you worry, because like me, I will have a limit about making prints because I know how long it take. But now that you can, like, now I know how to do that with the, it doesn't bother me to put my pieces of paper together anymore, because I also changed that method as well. Like like I said, I work smart, not hard. So, like I said, I hope this helped y'all, because I know this can be a headache, especially when you're using that 8x5x11 paper. You freaking out, you wondering like, is my cuts gonna come out right? I'm guilty of it. Um, that's how I learned how to do my all over t-shirts with the small Epson printer. And I'm telling you, it used to take me an hour just it used to take me an hour to get those pieces of paper together, because I was so worried. Like, this ain't looking right. This is not looking right. I couldn't understand why my paper was ghosting. But once I figured it out, I did upgrade to a large wide format printer, and whenever I learn a method, excuse me, whenever I use I learn a method that's easy, I'm going to use it. So for my beginners, no more worrying. Use this method, and you good to go. So this is 11x17 paper, and as you can see, it's telling me how long this is going to print. So it's going to be 34 by 33 inches. So it's just showing you like how page 1 gonna look like, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6. All right, so let's go to 13x19. Okay, so I'm just going to 13x19 paper, also known as Super B in the Epson setup. And then I'm gonna hit OK. And look at that, 6 pieces of paper. 1, so this is how it's gonna look. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so that's how simple it is, y'all. And so I don't know if you gotta click. Let me just see something. So say like if I hit that and I just hit print, or let me cancel. Uh-oh, why did I do that? I didn't want to do that. Let me go to print. So always remember, hit poster to get it to towel up. So let me go check my page setup. So it's 13x19, hit OK. And then if I hit print, I hope it don't print. Let me see what happened. I might have to cancel. Oh, Lord, I think it's about to print. Uh-oh. Let me see what's about to happen. All right, let me cancel this. It's about to print, y'all. I'm about to cancel. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. So also make sure that your printer, because it was getting ready to print. Make sure that your printer is the same settings as your computer. And so that is basically it. So you probably like, that's it. So say like if you got a graduation, I'm about to try to do another one. I'm gonna leave this up here, but I want to see about let me see. Let me see. Now, if I want to bring in my graduation stool, which I'm about, excuse me, which I'm about to do real quick. Now the graduation stole, I showed a different method with that last year. I think I was confusing some people. Thank you. So the graduation stools is I'm gonna show the version if you got a split, but the graduation stoles, you can tape blank pieces of paper together and run it through your printer. But I'll show that. I don't want to confuse nobody because you're probably like, what is she talking about? I think I showed that before, but I don't want to confuse nobody. So I'm about to go back to my home settings. Yeah, I don't want to confuse nobody. Now with the graduation stole, you can do a little trickery with that. You can piece the papers together blank and run it through like, you know, but I'm about to just show it on here. Let me see. I gotta go to home real quick. But that's the key, y'all. That's why I be showing. That's why I like doing these because the key is to work smart, work hard, not work smart, not hard, and use what you got. So now that you able to do this, y'all probably gonna be knocking out shirts in no time now. And it do be little time consuming when you got to sit there and like manually splice it. But now you have the option of just putting that thing in, putting that setup in the Adobe and just go like get it done. Let me see. I'm trying to go to my home. Let's see. Girl, what is you doing? I'm trying to get to the home. Oh, there we go. What y'all been doing? And you don't have to use all overs. You can use like center designs. You might have to split print. You might not have a 13 by 19 printer to do your center designs. You can use that method with that as well. It don't have to just be with all overs. Anything that you have large and you feel as though that your printer is not able to print, use that method. It will towel it up for you, and then you can just use your printer to print it. So I'm just going to go get a graduation stole real quick and show how you can use that same method. But I can't. When I came on last night, it was probably like midnight because I couldn't sleep. It was like midnight, and I was like, "Let me show this real fast." So this is an arch. Let me see. Did I do this one? Let me see this one. Mhm. Yeah. All right, this is my other one. This is my demonstration one, so I'm just going to use this one. Let me write this one down. All right. All right. Let me write these measurements down real quick. I might have to use my user define option with this method, but I don't want to confuse nobody. So I'm going to just use two options real quick. So I am going to download this as a PDF. And I'm going to flatten it. Then I'm going to just hit this. All right, PDF. And it's probably gonna be easier now. I'm working on Easter gifts now that I know. I don't, you know what? I don't even do the little stuff no more. Like I just do the main stuff like Christmas, um, graduation season, maybe graduation season, Mother's Day, and oh look, I love this, y'all. Look, soon as I downloaded my graduation stove, it just imported right inside of the Adobe Acrobat. I didn't even have to do it. But let me zoom out because this is large, honey. All right. Okay, so let me turn this around. This is large. Woo. Let me see if I can zoom out. I'm going to have to zoom out. Still the same size, but let me zoom in. Okay. So this is my graduation stove. So I'm about to just show you real quick. I think this is for the, because I had some graduation, some blank ones left, but I don't want to be wrong. But this might be for a 70-inch graduation stove, okay? So the measurements for this, so I'm about to go back to my Canva. So I set it up like this. And so this is 12.95 by 39 inches in height, okay? So I did the same way. I just downloaded it as a PDF. Soon as I downloaded this in a PDF, it automatically populated inside of my Adobe Acrobat. All right, so now we're inside of Adobe Acrobat. You see how this is like that already? So say like if I want to hit print, I'm gonna just hit print. You see how I spliced up already? You know what I mean? So this here, I'm gonna just hit poster, which is already on poster. But then I'm gonna come to my page setup and we're gonna see how it change. So this 13 by 19 paper. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of 13 by 19 paper. But now you gotta follow me, okay? So I'm about to just say, now this is the trick method that I was trying to talk about, but I don't want to confuse nobody. So say like if I didn't want to print this, but I wanted to I wanted to piece the blank pieces of paper together. I would take 1, 2, 3, 4. I would take 4 pieces of my blank 13 by 19 paper, and then on one side at the bottom, I cut the bottom off, and then I tape them together. That's what I do. And then all I gotta do is just still put it in my, because I have a wide format printer. I set it up because I got to use a user define option, and then I will print that way. But you got to kind of trick. That's why I want to confuse y'all. Like, then you got to kind of trick this, okay? So say like if I was using the user define option, right? I will set this up. Even though I'm using 13 by 19 paper, I want to use the user define option because I need this to print long. I need my white pieces of paper to print long like I'm using roll paper. So I'm going to go to my user define option, right? And so I think I should set it up through this option here. So let me see what happened if I hit the user define option and hit OK. Okay, so I'm going to do it through this way. So I'm going to go to my user define option, because you have to change the settings. So I'm in my Epson setting. So the max you can print in width with my printer 16 by 650 is 12.95. And then I wrote those measurements down at the bottom. So my paper height would be like 39 inches, right? And then I hit OK. And then I'm going to just change my paper to whatever I use. I don't like my stuff to print fast, so I uncheck bi-directional printing, and then I hit OK. And so now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, it's even though it looked like this, it's still going to print out the same. So I just don't want to, that's why I said I don't want to confuse nobody. I don't want to confuse nobody. So I'm going to just take it back. So let me go back to my property settings, and I'm just going to do 13 by 19 paper and leave that mess alone. But I'll show that another time. So this is my 13 by 19 paper that I will be using if I was doing a graduation stole. And so this is telling me how many pieces of paper. So let me come here with my page set up and let me double check everything. So this is 13 by 19 paper. Then I'm gonna hit OK. Make sure my towel is on 100 poster. So this is telling me how many pieces of paper. 1, 2, 3, 4. So bam, that's just how that's gonna print out like that. So it would take 4 pieces of paper to print this out. Or, you know, if you want to, because these, you could, I mean, it's not going to print out all that, like, not if you tape it, but it's going to be one piece at a time. Like one piece, one piece, one piece, one piece. So then we're going to click on here, and then say, like, if I want to hit print, I can print. But I think you have the option to, when you hit print, all the pieces just like they'll come out individually. You won't have to just like click on one and print. So you can, like I said, you can do this with anything. So now what I'm getting ready to do, I'm gonna go home here, and then I'm gonna see, it's gonna show me like my recent stuff. Okay, so I still got my recent stuff on here. If I want to delete it, which I'm getting ready to do now, or remove, I'm gonna just hit remove. And then I want this one, I want this off. All right. Okay. So let's go to, we're about to go back. Let's see. So you got my 2 pages. So I'm gonna go back again. And I am gonna go to, see what else do. Oh, the center, my center design. So say like if you want to do a center design, right? Where my center design go? Okay, the center design here, right? Let me see what size this is. I don't want it that big. I don't want this big now. Let me see something. I'll probably do like a, because I got a 16 by 24 heat press, right? So I try to take it to the max of my press. That's how I do my center designs. I don't do the basic 13 by 19. Whatever size my heat press is, I kind of go with that. So my heat press is 16 by 24. So I might want to do 19 inches or 18 inches. but I don't want my let me see. I don't want it to be so, let me see. I do like 15. I can take it to the 15 inches width in max with my 16 by 24. Okay, so I'm going to lock this portion because I don't want to get out of whack or nothing like that. It looks small. But that's how I want it. I want it to be like that. And then next what I'm going to do, I'm going to just download this as a PDF again. Or you can just basically set up your artboard for whatever size you want your center piece on the center design to be on your t-shirt. But I'm just doing this as an example, so I'm just still doing the same way. And I'm just going, I don't know what number this is. Let me see, just take it all the way off. It looks small, but it's not. My artboard here, I got it really big, but this design really is on a t-shirt. It's not small, y'all. I don't want you to be like, oh, that design's small. No. And I want to make sure I change this to that. Now let's go to my Adobe Acrobat, because soon as it download, it's going to populate inside of here. Let's see if it's going to change it. Or I might have to bring it in. Let me see what happened. All right. So I downloaded it. Hello, Michelle. Okay, so now I'm about to go to my Adobe Acrobat reader. You see what happened? Let me see, where did it go? It automatically put my design in. But I'm gonna zoom in. So let me move this over just a little bit. So as soon as I put it in the PDF, it automatically populated inside of here. And I am going to, let me see if that might be too large. Let me go down one. You know, say like I need to tile this. I have an 8x5. I have an 8x5, 8.5 by 11 printer, but I want to have a big center design on my shirt. Then we're gonna do the same method. So we're gonna come print, and then we're going to change this to we're gonna go to page setup. But I should have did this a different way. 8x5 by 11. And then I'm gonna hit OK. This is not right. See what I mean? There's too many pieces of paper for that one little design. So in Canva, just make sure you do your center design or whatever. My recommendation is just set your artboard up for whatever size your shirt is, because this artboard, I got it set for all over. But I'm gonna just come here real quick, and I'm just gonna hit create new design. And I'm just gonna put the inches I need in here and see what it looked like. Some people like pixels, I don't. So I'm gonna just do 15 by 20. Yeah, that's much better. Now that's much better. And then I'm just gonna go to my project that I just left. And I'm just gonna bring that design into there. Okay. Boom. All right, so all I'm doing is just taking it to where I need it to be. All right. All right. So whatever size you want to do your center design, that's 15 by 19, just how I like it. Okay. So we're going to redo this one, okay? So I'm just going to download this as a PDF. So if anybody coming in here new, you probably like, what's going on over here? I'm just showing how people who are used to, if you don't have a wide format printer, for the people who use the split print method, there's ways that we have done it in the past, but there is also a way where you can do it where you don't have to splice yourself. So I'm using Adobe Acrobat Reader, where you just import your design into Adobe Acrobat Reader and it will splice up the image for you. So I'm just going to do the same method again. I am just going to, let me see, just zooming that in. So I'm going to download this as a PDF for printing. Then I'm going to check this flatten PDF. And then I'm just going to hit the CMYK for professional printing. Then I'm just going to download. And then I like this so much. So this is now I'm about to go to Adobe Acrobat. So once it download, it's going to automatically import inside of Adobe Acrobat. So let me come here, hit cancel. There it go. Oh, much better, y'all. Look. So this is our updated design using when we set up our artboard for the correct size. So you probably like my small heat press print people, right? This, this is for y'all too. So you just probably like, okay, I got 11 by 8 by 5 by 11 paper, but I want my front design shirt to be, still big. So like I said, you come over here to print. Oh, look, y'all, see? Oh, look how different it looks. So basically, you just make sure you hit poster, okay? So when you hit poster, it's going to automatically break up the tiles for you. And then say like we change this to the 8 by 5 by 11 paper. So you're going to come down here with your page settings. And then it's already selected. Oh, okay. So you will only need, with your 8 by 5 by 11 paper, 4 pieces of paper. That's what this is saying. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all you will need. Okay, so let's double check again. Make sure it's not on this method. Okay, so yep. So say like if I got like I said, it's 11 by 17 paper, how many pieces of paper do you need? So I will only need 2 pieces of paper. Okay, 2 pieces of paper to do that. So let's see if I got 13 by 19 paper, because like I said, this is 17 inches by 22 inches. And this is now, like I said, this is for the front center of t-shirts. I like to make my designs on the front center kind of big now. And I kind of use my heat. I do that by judging my heat press. So whatever my heat press max is, That's how I try to take it with my front center designs. I just try to go to the max if I can. So I don't have no indefinite size of what you should or should not do for your front design. It's your preference. If you want it a certain size, you can do it that way. If you want it to look big and large, it's up to you. Okay. And so now I'm about to just come here to go to 13 by 19 paper and see what it look like Super B. And I'm gonna hit OK. So still with the Super B, it's just telling me I need 2 pieces of paper. So, and then you have the option. Some people like portrait, some people like landscape. So I'm just gonna hit landscape. Like, look, it still look the same to me, you know. So I'm gonna just see, yeah, it's still the same. All right, y'all. So y'all have fun with this. Now that you are able to print large prints using the towel method with no hassle, I hope everybody have a prosperous success with their t-shirt business or whatever it is that they're making. You know, like I said, the key is you welcome. Work smart, not hard. Don't go out there spending a bunch of money on softwares and programs unless you want to do that. But this is called Adobe Acrobat Reader. And you just simply download it. Let me come here. Yep, it's called Adobe Acrobat Reader, and it got a ton of things on here that you can do other stuff. But I'm gonna just cancel this real quick. Thank you, Phyllis. So again, we did 3. I showed 3 examples. Like, so there's no more excuses. You know, no more excuses like, oh, I gotta go and spend $10,000. No, you don't. Like I said, I'm in my home. I still print t-shirts from my home, and I still put them together from my home. I have not upgraded yet, but 6, I'm calling my sublimation printer. I'm gonna get that printer, and I still use my big boy. I still use my little 16 by 650 printer. So we did 3 t-shirts. We did 3 like examples. The front center. And then let me see. Let me erase that. So this was our front center design. Then we did our all over graduation design. And then we had our graduation stole, okay? So you can print. Now you know that you can print large prints using the splicing split method, whatever you want to call it, with your small heat press. Your small printer. And you didn't have to go spend no money to do it. It was free, a free download. So I hope this helped y'all. So no more worrying, no more spending hours on Silhouette or Photoshop. Like, no more. It's all about time, you know, time management. So anything that will break your time management down, I'm glad to help. So now all you got to do is just pop that design in your software, download that thing, pop it inside of here, split it up, and print. But you don't have to do the work. That's the whole key. You don't have to split it up no more. It will do it for you. So spread the word, y'all. Spread the word. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe if you are interested in learning any of these methods. Like I said, I have over 300 videos on this channel, and I show many methods, but my goal is to always show the best method for y'all to get y'all the best method to get y'all the best results without, you know, less stress, less headache. So yeah, it's saying like something down here like free trial and all that crap. Long as you split up, long as you do the towel method, that's all I need you to do. I don't need all that other stuff. I don't need all that other stuff. Long as you split these prints, I don't care about none of that other stuff. So I'll play around with it later. So like I said, and it also saves y'all work. Okay, so it saves. I recommend maybe getting a little disc or something to try to save y'all work or whatever. And like I said, they got the history of what I did here. But again, it's called Adobe Acrobat Reader. So what y'all think about that? Let me get some feedback. Y'all think that's gonna be better than Silhouette? I feel like I'm cheating on Silhouette. That's how I feel. I gotta see. Cause I love Silhouette Studio, you know. So I'm like, oh my god, I feel like I'm cheating on Silhouette. Now, if y'all want to see what Silhouette, you want to see the difference, then you will be like, oh no, 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 no. Silhouette is not hard either. So while I'm on here, I'm gonna show y'all how to do this in Silhouette Studio for the people who ain't new. And then y'all pick and choose like Silhouette Studio or this method. So let me open up Silhouette Studio and show you how I learned. And I love like I said, look at Canva. All these colors is just no shade to Photoshop, but I just don't be that Photoshop had really like got on my nerves a little bit. For one, it costs, but you're gonna get your money, you're gonna get your money's worth with Photoshop. But I just didn't have time for all that navigation. It was just too much. I just like to get something. I like to be one and done, one and done. But I'm about to show you the difference between what we learned on Adobe and then Silhouette Studio. Now, somebody was trying to show how to do the Canva method, and I don't care how many times you try to show me that, I'm not doing it. I ain't got time. I don't like the Canva splicing. And I heard Canva has a splicing app inside of Canva, but nope, not me. I'm not gonna fool around with it. Now I'm gonna show you the big difference with Silhouette Studio. It's not bad, but for some it could be like, dang, I gotta duplicate all those many t-shirts. So I'm getting ready to merge in that t-shirt, that same t-shirt. Let me see if I can use, let me see. I had a t-shirt. I'm about to just merge something in. Let me see what it looked like. Let me see. Let me see which one this is. Nope, I'm about to cancel. I don't want to have to save and bring it back in, but I might have to. Nope, nope, nope. Let's see. Okay, I'm about to just use this one. I'm gonna just hit import. And then I wear glasses, so them red lines sometimes in Silhouette Studio, I just don't be, I have to squint. Okay, so now it got my, all right, so now what I gotta do is do one more step, and then I'm gonna show y'all the difference. Do. I should have just brought in a regular shirt. I'm being difficult. You know what? I got time for this. Here we go. All right, let me open this back up. All right, here I come, y'all. Let me come here real quick and just bring in the shirt. So what I'm doing real quick, I'm just about to just grab a shirt real quick, take it to Silhouette Studio, and for somebody who may be new or not new, just show the difference when from Adobe to how you got to just make multiple t-shirts. And I still do that method, even though the Adobe method, I still be doing a little Silhouette method because I've been using. I like that software. Like, I feel like I'm cheating on it. But if you got a lot of orders and you ain't got, don't play around, y'all. So let me hit transparent. Let me just download this real quick. Would Monique say, "Oh, I'm here"? Okay. So I was just saying, like, what version did people like better, the Adobe or like? I'm just curious, like, what people use to split their methods up. If they do use the split print method, what's their choice? What in the world? How to do 12 by 12? Okay, I'm about to just bring this in real quick. All right, I'm playing around. All right, so we about to bring this t-shirt in. Now y'all about to see the difference. Y'all about to see the difference. Okay, so let me turn here. I have the business edition inside of Silhouette Studio. So this is a t-shirt, right? So I'm just gonna size this down real quick. So if you use the Silhouette Studio version, you have to make sure that you bring your t-shirt in to the size that you know what I mean? Like the size that you measure your t-shirt. So always remember that. The size of your accurate t-shirts, you just want to keep it at that. So I just got some made up stuff here right now. So just ignore that. Okay, so this is just made up. Boom. So I'm just going to leave that alone. So what you would have to do, so this is how Silhouette is, right? So now we got our t-shirt in. You gotta set your artboard up to the print size of paper that you're going to use, whether if it's 8 by 5 by 11, 11 by 17, 13 by 19. You have to set this up to your paper. So this section, the white section, represents your paper. I use 13 by 19, so that's how I got this set up here. So we don't need to do nothing else with that here, right? Excuse me. But inside of Silhouette Studio, so in order to tile this, we got to come over here, get a rectangle. Bam. Now you got to see what you got to do. You got to make sure you change this back. Then you got to take the red rectangle and you're going to hit transform this little section here. And you got to make the red rectangle to whatever size paper that you got to use. 13 by 19. And so then next, what you got to do, you got to you got to take it is crazy because I love doing this method. That's why I was like, y'all probably like, you crazy, you doing that method. Then you got to take the red rectangle, get it close as possible, and then you got to duplicate those red rectangles. Oh my God. So you're going to hit the replica panel, and then you got to go over it. So this is how I've been doing my all over t-shirts for years after I left the little printer alone. So let me go back. So the reason why I like Silhouette Studio, because if I mess up, I can go back. So we need that, right? So I got 1, 2, 3, but so I'm about to click my middle. Let me see, I'm gonna click my middle square, and I'm gonna hit duplicate to go down, and then I'm gonna go over. And so see how many pieces of paper I got? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 pieces of paper. And so now I'm just going to highlight all of that, right? And so I need, for however many pieces of paper I got to duplicate this t-shirt 5 times. So 1, that's 2, 3. You see what I mean? So we're going to pretend we got the 5, right? That's what I say. The Adobe thing came right on time, right? So let me scoot up. So I ain't gonna show you. I think I talked about this before. I ain't gonna show y'all the old way how I learned how to do this. It was a headache. So then whatever piece of paper that you want to cut out first, you're gonna hit, I think, hold shift until it highlight, right? Then you're gonna hold shift again and then click anywhere in the design, and the whole thing gonna hit up, light up, and then you're gonna come over here to modify and hit crop, and that's bam. See, y'all see the hassle? See what I mean? You got to do all of this when all you got to do now, and so I just delete all the red squares, and I still use this method. And you probably like, girl, you crazy. Yep. So now I want my second piece, right? So I'm gonna hit my second triangle, hold shift again, click anywhere in the design, and then I'm gonna go to modify inside of inside of Silhouette Studio. Then I'm gonna hit crop, and see, look, now I got my second piece. All I got to do is get rid of all of this. I can like this. This don't bother me though. It's crazy. It's kind of relaxing. Then I hit delete. Got my second piece. Boo boo boo. Going about my business. And then I just slide this thing over here. Now I see it's gonna be a little situation, which I should have. Let me see. I can move this out the way. So as soon as get that out the way. Yeah, get that out the way. But y'all get the drift. You see what I mean? Versus it's already done. Like I said, it's already done for you. So versus this method, just bring your stuff in. It's already tiled. You just saved yourself about 15 minutes. But that's what I wanted to show y'all. All right. All right, so that's what I wanted to show. So, like I said, it's a difference. We 2026 every year. I'm always learning about a new method. And like I said, the easy way, I'ma always take. All right, so let me log on off out of here. Well, out of this software. Oh, I'm a hot mess. So I hope y'all have fun learning about this method. Like I said, I left the video up. I want to read something I saw earlier from Monique. She said graduation and Mother's Day be booming with sales. Yes, yes, that's true. Yes. Yep. So yeah, that's true. So I just all the other stuff. It's no shade to no one. All the other little in betweens. I don't even touch those anymore. Like memorials. Some because somebody's always passing. Um, birthdays and uh, birthday T-shirts and family reunion stuff like that. But just the little ins and outs with the paper craft, I still do paper craft to a certain degree, like but like kid stuff, I still do that. But all that other in between stuff with the phone, you remember how they was coming up with the phone purses and stuff like that. That's no, I'm not going in that lane. Nothing wrong with it. It's just you learn. You know what I mean? You want to go where the market is at. That's what I'm trying to say. So like I said, birthdays, memorials, graduation. I think Monique said one. Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. Those kind of lanes, yes, those ones boom. But the other stuff, like the paper craft is cute. I'm not even lying. It's cute and very creative. But that foam stuff, it's just too. That's a lot. You get what I'm saying? Like you got to get a lot of. It's a lot of you. It's wasted money a little bit. Unless you got some type of sponsorship with the phone company, like those pieces of phone, just say you got to make like a big order of them, right? And then you go like I don't know where everybody get their phone from. I know some people go to Hobby and Lobby or Michaels or the Dollar Tree, stuff like that. And then it's just time consuming. That's all. It's nothing against it. It's just time consuming, and basically you just want to stay where the money is at. Stuff that's going to make money until you die. Basically, that's just how I look at it. Everybody, people want T-shirts all the time, like for different occasions. But Mother's Day, like I said, memorials and tributes and stuff like that. That stuff go all year long. But I hope y'all have fun watching that. I ain't been on here in a minute because I am um taking care of some personal issues, but I do be watching from behind the scenes. AI has taken over, so you gotta kind of like see what lane of AI you want to be in now. So I see, a lot of people using their creativity with AI and their crafting, and I like that a lot. But I just be watching, I be watching from behind the scenes. But I was like, "Ooh, let me." So then I looked at the calendar today, and then I was like, yesterday I noticed. I said, "Dang, it's almost close to graduation season," and then I'm like, "Oh, let me show them this method, with the Adobe." Because somebody had brought it to my attention like a months ago, weeks ago, or months ago, but I ignored it. Not on purpose. They was telling me something about I can't remember what it was all the way about, but it was like somebody had a program and they had paid for a subscription, and I had been trying to like look for it, but I could never find it, and then I end up like coming on YouTube and seeing a couple videos, and I was like, let me see what this is about. And so when I practiced it, it was like, oh my goodness. Yes, AI, man. People is killing it with the AI. I ain't gonna even lie. I seen some crazy work to deal with AI, and then they're bringing it to life, and I was like, dang, that's cold blooded. Like they're using AI to make like create, but then they bringing it to life with the physical product. I think that's real sweet, and I like it because with AI, you know what I like about AI designing? You cannot duplicate it, right? Even if you try, it's never gonna be like the original. And so with with designing a little bit, I still do it like my templates and stuff like I got on Etsy, like templates that I know people use, but designing, I don't do that no more. And because people will take your design and your work, and then you can watermark it all day long. Watermarks don't mean nothing no more. So they're taking your watermark work and they taking it to what's the one on Google? Google Gemini, and just saying, "Hey Google Gemini, remove the watermark." I seen somebody do that in the group, and I was just sitting there like, y'all really showing people how to steal people's work. They was teaching people in the group how to steal other folks' work, and I was like, this is crazy. So, like I said, that stuff on Etsy, though I put the like useful tools like I said, graduation templates and stuff up there like that. I know people need that stuff, but designs like I used to be doing, I stopped doing that once I start seeing people taking. Yeah, Monique. Man, I be like late night watching, because I got a separate Facebook. I got two Facebooks. One I got for our community, and then I got my personal page. And so I go on the crafting. I go on my crafting Facebook, and I just be seeing some crazy. I be sitting here cracking up. I said, not them teaching people how to steal people watermark work. And so they go right on they take their design. And I mean, the people be watermarking the heck out of their stuff. And then the people go take the design and take it right to Google Gemini. And Google Gemini all you got to say is remove the watermark. And bam, it's gone. But Google Gemini gives you the design. I was like, I said, this is not, I said, people going to be mad. This is crazy. I was laughing. I thought that was so funny. It's sad but funny because they doing it in public. Like, don't you know the people can see that you stealing their work? So how do you handle copyright infringement? It's crazy. So I think last year when I did like that little bit of stuff last year, I had said that was it. But I want to stick to. I still love crafting. I still do it. I just don't do it a lot. Like I had to do something for my own grandchild, but I'm just being low key right now, just taking care of a few personal things. But I'll be watching from behind the scene, y'all, and the stuff is getting crazy and wild, and people. It's just crazy what I've been seeing. People paying for classes and getting scammed, and I was just like, how did we get here? Like. How did we get here? You getting scammed? You're not doing your research. You're just giving people your money without doing no research. Like I don't understand how people are keep getting scammed. You know, but it's happened. Hey, it's 2026. Anything goes down. So y'all be careful. It's income tax season, right? So people gonna be promoting classes. I sell this. I sell that. People now every year I see this. People jack up the prices in our community. So be careful, y'all. A lot of this stuff, like I said, what I just showed y'all with Adobe, that was free. You know what I mean? Sometimes now I understand, like if you want to learn something, you want to get out there and learn it so fast, but my MO, I just be chilling because eventually something gonna come across. And that's just basically how I be. Something gonna come across, and I'll learn it. But like I said, there's certain things that I want to pay for, but you got to be careful now because everybody's just out there getting their money. But have fun, y'all. Still, like I said, I still like the CD crafting. Everybody work still looking nice. I'm seeing some new levels of stuff. Everybody is getting into the sewing. I think the embroidery, and that's one lane I'm not touching. That stuff be looking so pretty. I am not getting no sewing machine. No, ma'am. No turkey, no ham. I can't mess with that lane because I be thinking I already. Yes, Monique, you gotta be careful. Like now I want to do the big level stuff now. Like I be seeing that sewing machine stuff and I be like, dang, I want to embroidery. But then I be looking at the pros and cons too. Like, do I want all those machines in my house? Won't no, because that would give me anxiety. All those machines, no. Like I'm gonna pick a lane and I'm gonna stay in it. And I love the. I'm telling you, like the because like that's why I got silhouette. That's what made me switch to yes. I'm not getting no sewing machine. I don't care how beautiful that stuff be beautiful. Like, and I be looking in amazement, like, oh my god, that is just so wonderful. But you know darn well you ain't getting one. I can't do it. Mm-mm. And so I be thinking in my head, like, I was like, oh, how you gonna get? I was like, well, how you gonna learn that? And you don't want to get no sewing machine? And I'm like, it's a way around it. Mm-mm, I ain't doing that. And then I'm seeing what is it? I see 3D. Have y'all been seeing the 3D printing? People got 3D machines and laser machines, and I was like, oh no, honey, Nah, I'm gonna stay in the lane. No, you are doing great with your. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, I'ma just stay right in my little lane. No. And it's not, you know what? You grow. It came with growth. I remember when I first started out doing sublimation and learning all of this stuff, I was just, now I don't know, y'all, I can raise my hand. I was buying everything that came out. Oh, a tumbler automatic press, I'm gonna get that. Oh, a coffee mug press, I'm gonna get that. Oh, I seen this in this group, I want one. But then, like, it was like a trend. It's like trend. Like once it died down, then you got all this stuff. Like dang, I got all this stuff. Like then I wanted to. Then I had two or three cutting machines. Then I had a. Yes, I seen a lot of. Yeah, yo. See Monique, I'm telling you, I be paying attention, and it's fast growing, and so that's another thing that's humbled me. We in a fast we in a fast paced world now, fast changing world. Like crafting is like Michael Jordan tennis shoes. Just when you think you got the ish, something else is coming out. So that man, I'm telling you, like life been like behind the scene, life been crazy, crazy, but it's been good messages behind it. Like I know what I can do and I know my capabilities, but I know what lane that I want to be in and I know what lane I don't want to be in. And it's just like I be watching some of my favorite people and shouts out to them because they be doing the damn thing, but they be having like 2,500 machines and I be like, ain't no way. Ain't no way you working on these different machines. And I just was like, nope. I know what my calling is. I know what I like to do, and I'm gonna just stick in that lane. I'm always for growth. But I'm a stick in the lane because I'm telling you y'all that them embroidery machines be calling my name like I be because I love to make stuff. Like t-shirts and different stuff. But then I was like no, because you got to think about the maintenance. The stuff break down and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, no, mm-mm. But the 3D printing, yes, I've been seeing a lot of that, Monique. It's just wow. I was just amazed, like, oh, everybody got 3D printers now. I remember we started off with just sublimation. These people didn't get 3D printers, they didn't get laser engravers. They really they really didn't what is this? Time we having a good conversation, my darn phone be late. I mean be low. But that's okay. So like I said, I just be looking like like you know. So yeah, the sewing stuff, that's just not me. Classes and stuff, I really step like now that I'm seeing what's going on, I'm just like, oh my God. Like I'm seeing a lot of people um talking about how they got scammed by some of my favorite people, like some of my favorite content creators. I was like, oh no, you just don't know what people going through, but to scam people out of their money, I think that's dead wrong. I think that's dead wrong. Then I see the vinyl. Do y'all see the vinyl picking up again? Vinyl, sticker vinyl paper and stuff. The casket wrap. Somebody asked me the other day, and I felt honored, but I don't even do them. They asked me, did I know how to wrap a casket? And I was like, oh, you was going. I felt like I hit the Oscars. I was like, oh my god, somebody asked me to do a casket. But I don't go in that lane because casket wrapping is physical work, and I have issues, and there's certain things that I can't do. So like I said, I've been watching, vinyl what is it? Vinyl sticker paper, vinyl banners and stuff like that. People switching to that lane too. So that's a good money area because people have like I said again, parties, backdrops, banners and stuff like that. But unfortunately, I do not do the caskets. I was like, oh, do I? They called me like, oh, my homegirl. She like, can you wrap a casket? And I was like, oh, me? Like, no. And I'm like, no, that's one lane I don't do. One thing I don't hear about no more is eco solvent. Remember eco solvent used to take off? I don't hear nobody talking about eco solvent anymore. Even though I had the option of getting an eco solvent prints. I like eco solvent. I just that was a big lane that everybody was in. DTF is still taking off. Ain't nothing topping that. I see DTF print still out there rolling. Yes, Monique, it's so much money out here. It is. And you know what's so good about it now? You don't need all that equipment to get in that lane. You don't. And you just gotta find the right vendors. That's it. That's it. You don't need to go get a $10,000 screen print big machine. You can like until you can if you want to get that, you can. Do y'all be following this man on Facebook? I'm telling you how amazing our talent is. He took some milk crates. I don't know what the hell it is. He do t-shirts, right? But he take these milk crates and he cut the milk crate and he make these waffle shirts. All he do is just take some bleach and he just spray the shirts, right? So I think this was a while ago, but he had testified that made a testimony, not testified testimony that the bleach company had sent him a cease and desist letter. And I was like, what? So he was saying how the cease and desist, they sent him a cease and desist letter about the bleach that he was using for the shirts. And I just thought that was so petty because you see this man making this money and the people going to the stores buying your bleach and you complaining like sometimes the system don't want you to make no money but them. Like that's what I realize now. Like yeah, like and then apartment, right? He do it right out of his apartment. And when I say he got thousands of shirts in his apartment, man, he be banging them shirts. I think somebody work with him now, but he's in a regular size apartment and he be getting thousands of orders with these shirts. And so it's called waffle shirts, waffle hoodies or something. I mean, I think that was a genius. And I said, oh, I hope somebody don't steal this man idea because he's killing it. Like when I say killing it, he had it. Like I said, the bleach company was hating on him, and he like made a video about it. And I was like, oh, that's messed up. But I was like, dang, they should be mad that they should be glad that somebody coming in, so like buying all the bleach. But yeah, he be banging those shirts. I don't know. I don't know how. That's what I'm saying. The creativity is just so many lanes that you can go in with this. But sometimes the system don't want you to make money, but f that. Stuff crazy out here. Like whatever y'all do, I don't knock nobody. If you out there selling t-shirts, if you out there selling cups, what is it? 3D printing, whatever you doing, you know what I'm saying? Just keep doing it. And then the companies like what's they called, Sheen or whatever. I was in the group and I felt bad for the girl because she said that they stole her design. They stole the girl's design and put it on their own t-shirt. I said, dang, they really be watching that bad. And that's sad that they do that because they be knowing they be knowing some people don't have copyrights and trademark. And they're a big company, so they'll go snatch their design and trademark it. And the people like, that's my work. You know, like that's a shame that they doing that. But yeah, like it's money out here, y'all. It is money. It is money. And so invest smart because income tax season is here, and every single year I be seeing the little inflation go up around. Inflation be going up around income tax season all the time. It's just really crazy. And so like me, I would never ever, and I ain't even being funny, unless you got some money, I would never buy a DTF machine ever, 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 ever. I just see people have so many problems. Oh yeah, yeah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about DTF. Remember when the DTF came out? It was like um you got to get the heating thing to go with the printer. Now they got a DTF machine that look like a wash machine, a dryer. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The DTF thing. I've seen all these people now going to get the DTF machine that look like a wash machine. And I'm so amazed. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, see, that's one lane. I said, see what I mean? They went from tabletop DTF machines to one that looked like a wash machine and dryer. And so what this machine do is it does everything. I think you put the shirt inside of the machine and it does the shaking and the ventilation. You got to have it in a ventilated area, but it shakes to do everything. And then the shirts, I think when you're done, the shirt spits out at the bottom of the machine. If I'm not correct. And I said, ain't this something? They got a DTF machine that looked like a wash machine. Now I'm seeing all the content creators going to buy this DTF machine. And it's just like, what's next? What's going to come out next? Like you can never be ahead because soon as you think you're getting the latest thing, here comes something else out. But I just see people have a lot of problems with DTF machines. And I just was like, nope, I will never buy one. I'd rather get a vendor than buy a DTF machine because it's just too much maintenance. You gotta keep up on the maintenance. That's all. But if you got it to do that, that's understandable. But for me, I'm always no. That's a no. But they still make the best shirts. I can't hate on DTF. I can't hate on them. And then with the vinyls, like I've been keeping up with the vinyls and you can never it's so many different levels of vinyls now. You got the puff vinyl, you got this other special kind of vinyl. Like it's so many different lanes that you can go with that now. So I was like, dang, vinyl even like vinyls for your shirt is so many different layers. They got the vinyl, uh they got the puff, I don't know if it's screen print or something DTF that look like embroidery. So it's just like so many lanes now. It's like, oh wow. It's like I can go in this lane, I can go in that lane. But as far as machines, I ain't no machine girl. I got one, two, three, four. I got four machines. That's enough. That's enough. And then I'm going to upgrade my sublimation machine because I want a real sublimation machine. But I'm gonna still keep my baby because my baby still work. And then my sublimation, did y'all know sublimation ink went up? I just found that out like 2 weeks ago. Like, what the hell? But It is what it is. Sublimation ink used to be like 40. I went to go order some sublimation ink. This shit said $70. I said, what the hell? $70? So now that everything going up, man, I don't care what nobody say. Nobody should be out here taking cheap orders. I mean, not cheap orders. Don't lowball yourself. Like, no, hex no. 50. Like, you doing hoodies and stuff like that? Yeah, $50. 50 depends on what you're doing. And somebody can pay $30 for a t-shirt. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people be just being messy, you know. Yes, $30. Yes. And if they don't want to support you, oh well, you can't be cheap because supplies then went up. Like I said, my sublimation ink, I think we all know who and no slandering or nothing. I'm not slandering him or nothing, but it's just what it is, you know. You can't keep everything at the same price when tariffs out here knocking everybody upside the head. Yeah, you have to. You gotta raise the price. You have to. There's no way around it. $30, $35. Yup. And then they'll say some little stuff. Oh, I go to Walmart. Go to Walmart. They ain't gonna change my mind. I can go to Walmart and get a friend back for 25. Or go to Walmart. That's what you do. Walmart is a corporation. I'm in here doing this myself. I'm sitting at the computer for at least 2 hours, getting a design, cleaning up images. I'm using my paper that costs sublimation paper ain't cheap no more. I'm using my paper that costs what now? $40 for a pack of sublimation paper. You get $70 ink now. Heat press, electric bill. Like I'm not doing that unless it's for a kid or something like that. But you gotta stay with what the market is saying. It's not that you being mean or nothing. You're not gonna never make no money. Like I said, you cheating yourself if you do that. You can't continue to do that when stuff is going up. Just imagine how much rhinestones is now and hot fix stuff like that, and people who make tennis shoes and stuff like that. Like that stuff costs. If you somebody that make clothes like tutus and materials cost. I mean, excuse me, that stuff costs. You can't be out here cheating yourself. And there's always somebody that will tell you, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Walmart," and I'll just go. Well, you go to Walmart. That's what you do. Oh, let me bring my own T-shirt. No, I'm still charging you the same price. You bring your T-shirt all day long. You still going It's still 30, 35. I don't even let people bring their own T-shirts. I don't, because it's a liability issue. It's a liability problem because you don't know the T-shirt had a hole or something in it before they bring it to you, and then they'll see that they'll see something, a defect, and be like, "Oh, you did this to a T-shirt." No, well, kill it.
It's like tiny and like gray, and it looks like a ladybug.
Oh, okay. Look at my daughter. My daughter's spoiled. My baby daughter. Look, my baby daughter. I think she's scared of stink bugs. But Monique said, I hate that. It's so important. Yes, it is. What's your name, Gabe? Yes, it is. It's really important. It is. Like I said, like, even though I'm like, got my personal situation, I just been really not. I've seen a lot of craft people quitting or shutting down their business, or no, I'm not going to do that. Like, you got to be honest with yourself too as a crafter. Like, we got to be honest. We all done it. We jumped in lanes that we ain't had no business being in. It ain't that we don't have no business being in. We moving too fast. That's all. We just moving too fast, and then you don't want to be stuck with all this equipment and stuff like that. But Yeah, like people really be tripping, like complaining, and I just be, it baffles me. Like y'all will still go pay $200 and something for a pair of tennis shoes with a person name, but y'all get mad at somebody for charging like $30 for a shirt. And that tell it like designing a shirt, like doing a t-shirt design, you own a computer. Like I said, you not doing that. You not. I don't know nobody who does a t-shirt in 15 minutes. I don't know nobody who do that. And if you sit down at the computer, that's time. Like no, and then they just be like bagging. They be going off. Like I'm telling y'all, I've been back watching like. Then some people be still like cussing folks out. They think people gatekeeping, and it's like the gatekeeping. It's a boundary with that thing. You know what I mean? Like if I keep giving you, it's not about gatekeeping. It's about some people get so comfortable that they don't want to do the research. They think you owe it to them. You know what I mean? You all get what I'm saying? They think you owe them. And it's like I don't owe you nothing. Or if you find something that works for you, or and you say like you advertising something and you try to sell it, you know what I mean? I'm gonna use myself as an example. Somebody reached out to me on Etsy and they was asking questions that should have been asked like on this platform here. Like they basically wanted me to tell them how to make something, and then they was asking me like, "What do you use? Like what? Okay, where do I get this at?" And I politely responded, in a manner to not be like mean, but I'm like, this is a platform that I sell on. Unfortunately, I don't give out that kind of information because this platform is only for, this is a selling platform. And they were like really serious, like, well, where do I do this and what do you do? And I'm not this is Etsy. I'm not gonna get into that here on Etsy. You know, you more than welcome to join my YouTube channel, to learn. But to sit there and get mad because somebody not giving you the exact this and that, like you have to do the research. So that's another reason why, no shade to nobody on here on my channel. That's another reason why I kind of fell back with the tutorials because I was getting inboxes like some people was like I'm supposed to show you stuff like that. Like no. Because if I show you everything if I show you everything from T to T, then where's my value coming in at for myself? I'm taking away from myself, you know. What I can do, I can point you in the right direction. I can point you in the right direction. I can give you resources, but to say I'm not going to give you my exact ingredients, I'm not going to do that. And so that's where sometimes you got to draw the line at because some people think you are supposed to do it. Like you ain't gonna go into um what's that place that the cookie place that everybody go to, Crumble Cookie, and be like, those cookies were so good. I want your ingredients. They're gonna kick you the hell out the store if you come in here talking that to them. Like, you're not gonna do that. You're not gonna go ask Burger King what kind of beef patty they use. So I'm just saying, people be having unrealistic visions, like, and you just be like, you don't want to be mean because you've been in their shoes before, but then as you start being in his lane, you start realizing the people that is you could tell the people who just won't they don't you can tell the people who really won't help and the people who just is an opportunist. You get what I'm saying? Like they just expect it, and then if you don't do it, then they just like. But then you take it from yourself too. And somebody else taught me that too. Somebody else taught me that too. Like, you taking, if you showing every single detail, you taking away from your own bread and butter. But it's okay to, teach, but be careful of the stuff that you share, because some people come in your lane. I'm gonna tell you why I don't collaborate with people. I don't like that word collaboration when it comes to this community. And I'm not being funny when I say this. I'm only going by what I witnessed. It's okay to collaborate. I ain't gonna never say that ignorantly. However, some people use that collaboration as a way to come steal what you didn't build. You get what I mean? So you gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful. Some people will throw that a word around. Oh, they assist you. Hey sis, let's collaborate. But in the back of their mind, it's like, I'm gonna steal your blueprint. So I watched I don't even I don't even mess around on that lane, because there is some good people out there. But then you gotta think about it. You built something from scratch, from the bottom up, and then somebody coming in your world and they saying, we gonna collaborate, and the whole time they are befriending you just to get your whole entire blueprint, and taking everything that you spent 20, 15, 20 years to build and run out on you. And you just sitting there looking like, oh my God, I just gave her she got my sauce and just dogged me out. So that's what's scary about that word. You got to be careful. Um, and it's a two-way street with that, because you can't do everything by yourself either. So that's another lane. You can't do everything by yourself. You do need help. And I just say, find you a mentor that is, you will know. Like, we humans, we have that feeling. We have that about us, that we know when somebody's real and we know when somebody is not. Find you a mentor, and just you know that's what I can say. Find you a mentor, somebody that you know that's gonna tell it to you straight, regardless if you in the wrong or in the right. If you find that kind of person, that's when you know. But just be careful. Just be careful, because some people work very hard to get where they're at, and then we are in. Um, you welcome, and then you were just in a lane now that um people just want to take. Like, no, like, some people will come in your life to pretend. I had that happen to me in my personal life. Somebody was pretending to be my friend, and the whole time they had a whole they had a whole total agenda. And so I was like, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. So I'm about to get off of here, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. And talk to y'all later as well. Y'all have a great night.